Okay, so here you have to find what is the value of b. Okay, so here if b is if you have to find this value of b, so okay, so what is the value of here e to the power ax, means exponential matrix of a. So here if we pre-multiply by p, this relation is reduced to pb, that equals to ap, and if we multiply post multiplication of p inverse, so pb p inverse, that equals to matrix A. Okay, so now if system, if we replace this matrix A by this thing, so what is the exponential of AX? That equals to, you know that this system is equals to, if we rewrite this, it becomes B E B exponential P inverse C. Okay, so you have to find this B exponential matrix. Okay, so from this that relation, you know that if we have to find this e to the power ax, that equals to if a equals to in this form, so this can be written as this p and this in this notation. This is your yx. Okay, so here we have to find what is the value of b here. Okay, so for b we have this p inverse. This matrix A is already given, and what is the value of p? So here we multiply these three matrices and find out the value of b. Okay, and here b, then you have to find what is the value of b, exponential of b. Okay, okay. So next page. So here, what is your b? So b equals to basically p inverse ap. And here, what is the value of P inverse? So P inverse is minus I by 4, 1 by 2, I by 4, 1 by 2. And what is matrix A is 0, minus 4, 1 and 0. And this multiplied by P. P is 2I, minus 2I, and here 1 and 1. Okay, so if you multiply these matrices, so this is the value of p. So we multiply here, so okay, this is minus I by 4 half I by 4. आपसे चेक कर लेंगे, हो सकता है कहीं प्लस माइनस अगर कुछ एरर हो तो आप उसे करेक्ट करना। मेथड आपको मालूम होना चाहिए कि कैसे में करना है बेसिकली। ओके, और मल्टीप्लिकेशन में हो सकते हैं कि कुछ प्लस माइनस का कुछ हो इशू, तो उसको आप करेक्ट कर लेना। तो दिस 0 हो गया, दिस इज माइनस 4, दिस बिकम्स minus 4, and here this is 0, and this is 0, minus 4, okay, and 0, okay, this is again minus 4, this is 2i, and this is minus 2i, this minus 2i. So if we product of these two, so this becomes minus plus, so this becomes simply I. Okay, so what is the matrix B? So B is equals to, I think so, this is I, and here if you multiply this, this becomes plus I. So I plus I, this equals to 2I. Okay, so this matrix B is 2I. Okay, here this is plus I, and here this is minus I, so this becomes 0. And if we multiply, this becomes minus I, and here this is plus I, this is 0, this is minus I, and here minus I, so this is minus 2I, this is minus 2I, okay, minus I, this is minus 2I. Okay, matrix B is this thing. Matrix B is suppose this thing. Okay, so we have to find what is the exponential B, this thing. So this equals to exponential matrix. So e to the power 2ix. Okay, and here this is 0, this is 0, e to the power minus 2ix. Okay, so this is a B exponential, and here if we try to find what is the value of e to the power I theta? E to the power I theta, you can write the cos of 2x plus I sine 2x. If you're expanding this term, this is 0, and this is 0. And what is this value? This is cos of 2x minus I sine 2x. Okay, so this is your matrix e to the power bx. Okay, so here we are interested to find what is the value of e exponential. So this equals to p uh, e to the power this p inverse. So what is the matrix P here? So P is the matrix P is 2i minus 2i, and here 1 and 1. Okay, exponential is equals to cos of 2x plus I sine 2x. This is 0, this is 0. This is cos of 2x minus I sine 2x multiplied by P inverse. And what is P inverse is minus I by 4, 1 by 2, I by 4, 1 by 2. And here you have to calculate this matrix, This is e exponential x, And what the solution is, is equals to this EAX, constant matrix C. So what is YX? YX is P inverse constant matrix C. Okay, so here you have to find this value by multiplying that. That equals to Y. Okay, so if we try to find this value, so this equals to minus 2y, 1 and 1. And here, if we multiply here, this becomes minus I by 4 times this. So minus I by 4 cos of 2x plus I sine 2x and 0. Okay, and here this is 1 by 2 cos 2x plus I sine 2x. Okay, the 0 here plus I by 4 cos 2x minus I sine 2x, and if we multiply this to 0 plus 1 by 2, this is cos of 2x minus I sine 2x. Okay, so the result. So if you multiply here, so this becomes 2i, तो 2 cancel out हो जाएंगे, that is I square. So I square means minus 1. So this becomes the cos of this thing. So 1 by 2 cos of 2x plus I sine 2x. And here if we multiplying this, so this becomes 1 by 2 I square. So I square becomes minus 1. Minus 1 and minus plus. So this becomes half of cos 2x minus I sine 2x. Okay. So, okay. And here, if we multiply this term, this becomes 2i. So 2 are cancelled out. This is I times. So this is I times cos of 2x plus I sine 2x. And here, if we multiply here, this is a minus I times cos of 2x minus I sine 2x. Similarly here, if we multiply 1 and 1, so this means minus of that and plus of that, so this becomes, this term is cancelled out. So आप इसको लिख सकते हो, this is a minus I by 4 cos of 2x plus I sine 2x. Okay, and here plus I by 4 is cos 2x minus I sine 2x. Similarly, if we multiply this, this becomes half cos 2x plus I sine 2x and plus half cos 2x I sine 2x. ओके, तो आपसे मल्टीप्लाई करने हो सकता है कुछ प्लस माइनस में कुछ एरर हो तो आपसे करेक्ट कर लें. सो दिस इक्वल्स टू फाइनली दिस इक्वल्स टू फ्रॉम दिस. ओके, so here you this term is cancelled out, this term is cancelled, these two are cancelled out, and here this is plus sign and this is minus sign, so these two are also cancelled. In this term this is a plus minus, this term is no, this is minus sign. Okay, so So here this minus and this plus. Okay, so this term is cancelled, cos term is cancelled, and here this term is cancelled out. Okay, so finally you get this 1 by 2, 1 by 2. This becomes simply cos of 2x, and here this is I times this and minus I, and here multiplied by I, so I square. So I square means minus 1. So this becomes minus of 2. Okay, so minus I square. So this becomes minus of 2 sine 2x. Okay, and here this is I by 4, and this is I. Mhm. तो ये हो जाएंगे मेरे आई स्क्वायर माइनस आई तो माइनस माइनस प्लस ओके एंड हियर 1 by 4 and here 1 by 4 two times this is 1 by 2 so this becomes 1 by 2 sine 2x okay and last term is 1 by 2 1 by 2 this becomes 1 so this is cos 2x so this is you multiply by this matrix okay. So here this matrix is equals to this thing. So what about your yx? What is your yx? So yx is yx that equals to your y1x and y2x. Okay, so in next page पे करते हैं next page पे करें space की थोड़ी सी problem है. Okay, so next page. Okay. So next page our this p exponential p inverse we get this thing. Okay. So next page here we get what is the value p is I think this is p e to the power bx p inverse and finally we get this is cos of 2x this is minus 2 sine 2x this is sine 2x 1 by 2 and here this cos of 2x okay so what is your general solution yx that equals to y1x and y2x okay this general solution is p exponential matrix this into c or you can write this equals to cos of 2x minus 2 sine 2x and half of sine 2x and cos of 2x and multiply by c1 c2 okay so what is the solution the solution is of course y1x is equals to cos of 2x here and minus 2 sine 2x okay what about y2x y2x is half okay c1 this is c1 this is 2 c2 this is c1 into this c2 into this okay and here this half c1 sine 2x plus c2 cos 2x so here what is the value of this y1 square so here we have find y1 square if y1 square is c1 square cos square 2x so here this plus sine square so sine square coefficient is with c1 coefficient this becomes if we squaring this term y2 square this becomes c1 square by 4 okay so here if we multiply here 4 so this becomes this plus 4 y2 square this becomes if we look here if we okay चलिए हमें इसको expand करके लिख दें this becomes c1 square cos square 2x plus 4 times means this is 4 into 1 by 4 c1 square sine square 2x plus okay so this is a square here this is square plus this is square so here this square is 4 c2 square sine square 2x and 4 times of that this means plus 4 c2 square cos square 2x okay then here 2ab. 2ab means this becomes minus 4 c1 c2 cos of 2x sine of 2x, and here this 2ab. Okay, so this becomes cancelled out. This becomes 2ab means 2 and 2 cancelled out. Lekin here we multiply by 4, so this becomes uh, plus 4 c1 c2 sine 2x cos 2x. Okay, so here this term and this term are cancelled because plus minus sign. So finally, if we take this term, if we take c1 is square, because cos square sin square becomes 1, and here if we take 4 c2 square, this becomes 4 c2 square, and here this equals to 1. So here you y1 plus 4 y2 square, this becomes c1 square plus 4 c2 square. Okay, and suppose this c1 is be any arbitrary constant and c2 be another constant. So this becomes a constant c. This is a constant c. So this we can write this becomes any constant c square. We can write this term in any this form. Okay. So finally you get this y1 square plus 4 times y2 square, that equals to any arbitrary constant c square. Okay, so you can write this form, or you can write this thing also, or no problem. Okay, so this becomes y1 square, that equals to c square, plus y2 square becomes this c by 2 whole square, that equals to 1. Okay, so this is an equation of ellipse. Okay. So that's why your graph of that is, this is your y1 0, this is y2, and here the major axis corresponding to this y1, because this c is greater than this c by 2, so of course this is greater. So here this type of concentric ellipse you get. Okay, this type of ellipse will find. Okay, and what is the clockwise and anti-clockwise direction? This depends on your which one you consider, that is your eigenvalue is plus 2i or minus 2i. So depending on that, okay, so you if you take plus 2i, then in that case this direction of that is clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. Okay, तो मेरे ख्याल से अब आप सभी को ये क्लियर होगा, जो लास्ट टर्म में जो हमने किया था सेम चीज थी, बट वहाँ थोड़ी सी प्रॉब्लम हो गई थी जल्दबाजी में कि पी हमने कुछ और ले लिया था, लेकिन बाई चांस वहां पर भी हमारा वो चीज निकल के आ गया था। लेकिन उसका मेन जो प्रूफ है वो ये है, न कि वो है, तो उसको आप अपने नोट से उसको आप उस पोर्शन को हटा लें और वहां पे इसे ऐड कर लें। ओके, तो मेरे पास कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी आपको, ठीक है। चलिए कोई बात नहीं, इसमें उस छोटी सी मिस्टेक्स के लिए हमारे यहाँ 40 मिनट्स आज के लेक्चर के निकल गए, कोई बात नहीं। तो चलिए हम नेक्स्ट स्टार्ट करते हैं कि व्हेन और दिस मैट्रिक्स ए, विच मैट्रिक्स ए, जो हमने मैट्रिक्स लिया ए, वो हमारे कांस्टेंट ना हो, बल्कि वो हमारे क्या हो, फंक्शन ऑफ एक्स हमारे मैट्रिक्स हो। ओके, तो उस सेंस में हमारी जो मैट्रिक्स हो वो हमारे फंक्शन ऑफ एक्स है, बट वो हमारी हम स्पेशल केस है कि जहां पे हमारा जो कोएफिशिएंट मैट्रिक्स है दैट इज अवर इन पीरियोडिक इन नेचर। सो इन नेक्स्ट पेज okay, so if we consider the homogeneous system, and if this system is defined y prime, that equals to this quotient matrix of if you write this is function of x, okay, and say this is any equation, that is, suppose this is star, okay, and this system okay, so this matrix A is periodic, so with this periodic coefficient matrix A, okay, so that is periodic means you know that what is periodic, so this means this your coefficient matrix is same as if you replace x plus any t, and here t with a period. So this is true for all x which belongs to real R, in which your system is defined for that x in that domain. And here this period is of course this is a real and greater than 0, okay, because it doesn't sense when t equals to 0, okay. So now if this type of your linear system of equation where this coefficient matrix A be of the periodic in nature, so in this case your usual method fail, okay. In this case your usual method is failed because our fundamental matrix, if we try to find the fundamental matrix, then this is not satisfies your this system of equation, okay. तो इस केस में जब भी आपका सिस्टम ऑफ इक्वेशन ऐसा हो जहाँ पे कोएफिशिएंट मैट्रिक्स अगर पीरियोडिक है, दिस इज फंक्शन ऑफ एक्स हो और वो ऐसा हो कि वो पीरियोडिक सेंस में हो, तो उस सेंस में हमारा जो ये सिस्टम है जहाँ से हम फंडामेंटल मैट्रिक्स फाइंड करते हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ आइगन वैल्यूज एंड आइगन वेक्टर, ये हमारा फंडामेंटल मैट्रिक्स जो है अगर हम उस फॉर्म से निकालें वो हमारा इस सिस्टम ऑफ इक्वेशन को सेटिस्फाई नहीं करेगा, तो वो हमारा जो मेथड है वो हमारा यहाँ फेल हो जाता है। तो उसके लिए क्या करते हैं, उसके लिए हमारे पास एक नया चीज है, उसके लिए हम करते हैं फ्लोकेट थ्योरम है, ओके। तो फ्लोकेट थ्योरम से पहले हमारे पास मेन उस प्रूफ से पहले हमारे पास 3 डिफरेंट लेमास हैं। उन लेमास को हम पहले उनकी स्टेटमेंट क्या है, उनका प्रूफ क्या है, देन हम फ्लोकेट थ्योरम के प्रूफ पे जाएंगे, ओके। तो आज तो इतना समय नहीं है कि हम उन लेमास को हम डिस्कस करें, तो हमारे पास 15 मिनट्स हैं, तो हम आपको एक छोटी सी प्रॉब्लम लें और दिखाएं कि कैसे हमारा फंडामेंटल मैट्रिक्स इस फॉर्म में कैसे वो सब सेटिस्फाई नहीं करता है। तो आज हम यही स्टार्ट करें और फिर कल हम फंडामेंटल थ्योरम वो फ्लोकेट थ्योरम पे मूव करें, ओके। सो इफ यू कंसीडर, एक हम छोटा सिस्टम ले लें, कंसीडर द सिस्टम, और सिस्टम ऐसा लिया जहाँ पे हमारी जो मैट्रिक्स है, दिस इज फंक्शन ऑफ एक्स बट दिस इज पीरियोडिक। तो पीरियोडिक आपको पता ही है कि कैसी मैट्रिक्स हमारी पीरियोडिक होगी। वी टेक दिस साइन एक्स एंड दिस इज सपोज 0 0 एंड हियर 0 एंड हियर सपोज कांस्टेंट लिया, सिर्फ सिंप्लिसिटी के लिए हमने एक ले लिया। आप चाहो तो इधर cos x भी ले सकते हो, sin x cos x के फॉर्म में ले सकते हो। तो हमने सबको कांस्टेंट लिया, एक सिंपल sin x लिया। दिस इज मैट्रिक्स A एंड दिस इज पीरियोडिक इन नेचर। तो एक छोटा सिस्टम लें और देखें कि हमारा ये फंडामेंटल मैट्रिक्स इसमें से जो निकले वो इस सिस्टम को सेटिस्फाई करता है या नहीं। सो सेटिस्फाई का सेंस क्या है, बिकॉज फंडामेंटल मैट्रिक्स जो होते हैं उनके हमारे क्या होते हैं, वो हमारे सोल्यूशन होते हैं इस सिस्टम इक्वेशन को। आपको ये मालूम है कि जो फंडामेंटल मैट्रिक्स होती है उसकी जो कॉलम्स होते हैं दैट आर द सॉल्यूशन ऑफ दैट सिस्टम डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन, ओके। तो उसके लिए आप या तो उस सिस्टम इक्वेशन को सॉल्व कर लें और जो सॉल्यूशंस आए उनका जो इंडिपेंडेंट सॉल्यूशन है दैट इज योर फर्स्ट कॉलम एंड सेकंड के लिए निकाला सेकंड कॉलम दैट इज योर फंडामेंटल मैट्रिक्स। या फिर सेकंड फॉर्म क्या था कि आप उस मैट्रिक्स की आइगन वैल्यूज निकालते हो, आइगन वेक्टर निकालते हो और उससे आप फंडामेंटल मैट्रिक्स निकालते हो, ओके। तो यहाँ पे हम ये दिखाना चाह रहे हैं कि जो हम आइगन वैल्यूज और आइगन वेक्टर का जो हमारा जो यूजुअल मेथड है, हम फंडामेंटल मैट्रिक्स निकाल रहे हैं, वो हमारा जो है निकल तो रही है बट दैट आर नॉट द सॉल्यूशन ऑफ दिस इनिशियल दिस सिस्टम, ओके। तो हम यहाँ पे लिखा है कि जो आइगन वैल्यूज और आइगन वेक्टर्स जो सोल्यूशन निकल रहे हैं उनका जो फर्स्ट कॉलम है वो इसका सोल्यूशन ही नहीं आ रहा है। लेकिन आप जानते हो कि फंडामेंटल मैट्रिक्स क्या होती है, इसके जो सोल्यूशंस जो होते हैं, इंडिपेंडेंट सोल्यूशन जो होते हैं, उनसे जो बनी मैट्रिक्स होती है दैट इज योर फंडामेंटल मैट्रिक्स। एंड इफ दिस मैट्रिक्स इज अ कांस्टेंट देन इन दैट केस यू कैन फाइंड जो eigenvalues and eigenvector, and from that you construct your this fundamental matrix. Of course, in the case of when ax is in terms of x, you can find the eigenvalues and eigenvector in terms of x, and then you this matrix is made by that eigenvalues and vector. That is your fundamental matrix. But if this system is a quotient matrix is function of x, but this is in periodic in sense, उस केस में जब ये periodic होगा उस केस में हमारा फंडामेंटल मैट्रिक्स यूजुअल मेथड से हम नहीं निकालते, वहां पे हम फ्लो के थ्योरम से फाइंड करेंगे। ओके, तो इसमें हम देख रहे हैं कि हमारा यूजुअल मेथड जो है, तो व्हाट इज योर यूजुअल मेथड? तो हियर द कोएफिशिएंट मैट्रिक्स, तो this is not a this is basically a okay, so this is a remark. Okay, so here the what is the coefficient matrix? This coefficient matrix is periodic, and you know that what is the period. So this is period is 2 pi. Okay, so because this is sine function of period. So matrix A, so matrix A is sin x 0 and 0 at 2. So you have to find the eigenvalues. So from that you find I minus lambda I, that equals to sin x minus lambda 0. Okay, so this is sin x minus lambda, this is 0, this is 0, this is 0. So this implies lambda equals to sin x, and the lambda is 2. Okay, so these two are the eigenvalues. So we have to find what is the eigenvectors corresponding to that eigenvalues. Okay, so for lambda equals to sin x, so your system is, you can write directly if you put in that equals to 2 minus sin x. So if lambda equals to sin x, that equals to this into v1, v2, this equals to 0. So here this is sine of x minus 2, sine of x minus 2, okay, 2 minus sine x, okay, this is 2 minus, this becomes 2 minus sine x into v2, v2 that equals to 0. So this implies v2 equals to 0. Okay, so this becomes v2 equals to 0. So here v1 be any a. So in that sense, your arbitrary this is 1 0. Okay, and for lambda equals to 2, so here for 2, so this is this becomes sine x minus 2. This is sine x minus 2 0 0 0, and v1 v2 that equals to 0. So this implies you get sine x minus 2, and here v1. Okay, this equals to 0. So this implies v1 is 0, so v2 equals to any a. So here you can write a, and this becomes 0 1. Okay, so these are your eigenvectors. Eigenvectors are 1 0 and 0 1. Okay, so what is your eigenpairs? So in next page, so the eigenpairs are basically when sin x to lambda value, this is the eigenvector, and second one when lambda equals to 2, the eigenvectors are 0 1. These are the eigenpairs. So you know that what is the fundamental matrix? Is the fundamental matrix. Usually we denote mx, okay, is of the form, and that is made by this 1 into eigenvector 1 into exponential of e to the power x sine x, because this is your lambda 1x, this will be x sine x. And here 0 into e to the power x sine x. This is your first column of fundamental matrix. And second, this is 0 into e to the power, this is 2x, this is second eigenvalues, and here 1 into e to the power 2x. So this is your fundamental matrix, and this equals to, after solving, x sine x, and here this becomes 0, and this is 0, and this is e to the power 2x. This is your fundamental matrix. Okay, and here this fundamental matrix is you know that this is basically the component of y1 and y2. Because these are the solutions. Okay, these are the solutions. Okay, so here if we take a simple y1, what is your y1 vector here? If we check only one here, so if we, what is the value of y1? So y1 is basically the first column, that is e to the power x sine x and 0. These are the column vector, so we get transpose here. Then what is the value of y1 prime x? So if we differentiate this, this becomes e to the power, okay, x sine x, and here the product of this becomes x, okay, this becomes sine x plus x cos x. This becomes sine x plus x cos x. Okay, and this is and 0 to, so this is 0. So we can write in this form. Okay, so we can write in column form. This is your y1 prime. And but what is the value of your ax and y1x? Okay, because your system is y prime x, that equals to ax of y. So here you know that what is the y1 prime, that equals to ax of y1, and y2 prime, that equals to ax of y2. Okay, so we only check first one. Okay, so if first one is not satisfied, of course second one is also okay, or anyone is not satisfied, then this is not your fundamental matrix. Okay, so what is the value of ax y1x? So a minus x is, what is our option matrix is sine x 0, 0 and 2. And what about y1x? Y1x is the first column of this. So if you write in column form, this equals to this thing. So if we product of these two, this becomes sine x and e to the power x sine x, and here this is 0. Okay, so this second is 0. Okay, so this is the value of ax y1 prime. So this is the value of a1 y1 x. Okay, and this equals to y1 prime x. What is the value of y1 prime x? Y1 prime x, this thing. Okay, so this value and this value, this not equals to y1 prime x. Okay, so you know that this is y1 prime x is this thing, and here product of these two, this thing. So this means this is not the solution of your system of equation. Okay, so here you can write here. So the first column of your fundamental matrix is not a solution of problem. Okay, so which means that your mx is not a fundamental matrix for this problem. Okay, so hence we have to, or we cannot use the eigenpairs to obtain the fundamental matrix for the periodic differential system. Okay, so if there is periodic differential system, so we cannot use this eigenpair for fundamental matrix. So therefore, we need to another approach to find the fundamental matrix. So therefore, we need to find we need another approach. We need another approach to find the fundamental matrix. Okay, तो ये लाइन है, आप लिखें we need to another approach to find the fundamental matrix. ठीक है. So basically in वो क्या है हमारा, तो उसके लिए जो है in 1883 there is a mathematician that name is Gaston Lockett. Okay, तो another approach है ये 1883 में किया, basically a chemical decomposition of the fundamental matrix of your equation star. Okay, तो ये जो चीज है, अब हम ये चीज को हम कल डिस्कस करेंगे कि व्हाट इज लोकेट थ्योरम. तो आप यहाँ पे एक लाइन चाहे तो आप ऐड कर लें कि इन दिस ईयर दिस लोकेट ने इंट्रोड्यूस किया, दिस इज इंट्रोड्यूसेस canonical decomposition of the fundamental matrix which is equation star. ठीक है, फंडामेंटल होता है. तो नेक्स्ट टर्न पे कल हम बेसिकली प्रूफ करेंगे जो हमारे बेसिकली 3 लेमास हैं, तो कल हम उनको करेंगे, और फोकेट थ्योरम और फोकेट स्टेबिलिटी हम नेक्स्ट टर्न पे वेडनेसडे को करेंगे. तो थोड़ा स्लो है, हम लोग की स्पीड थोड़ी स्लो है, लेकिन हम आपसे उम्मीद रखेंगे कि आप आने वाले दिनों में कुछ एक्स्ट्रा क्लास के लिए हमारे लिए कुछ टाइम देंगे. तो कुछ सिलेबस हमारा और 5 फरवरी से शायद लास्ट टीचिंग है, और तो आप देखिए अगर आपके पास टाइम मिलता हो तो पर डे कुछ 1-8 घंटे आप निकाल सकते हो. निकाल लें तो आपके कोर्सेज आराम से हो जाएंगे. ठीक है, वैसे तो करना है ही है, नहीं होगा तो फिर आगे सोचेंगे क्या करना. ओके, तो आज के लिए इतना ही. तो बाकी आप नेक्स्ट क्लास करें.
थैंक यू सर.
हो गए हैं. तो कल हम बेसिक फ्लोकेट थ्योरम जिस पे बेस्ड है 3 लेमास, उसको हम बताएंगे आपको. एंड ओके, नेक्स्ट क्लास उसके बाद वेडनेसडे को हम आपको फ्लोकेट थ्योरम और स्टेबिलिटी बताएंगे. देन ये पोर्शन आपका खत्म होगा, फिर हम थोड़ा सा फिर नेक्स्ट पोर्शन पे चलेंगे.
टुमारो क्लास में.
थैंक यू टू ऑल.